out of memory exception, right? Like, or what else we will do?
Out of memory exception generally happen based because of short of executor memory or short of driver memory. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right. So in this case, uh, generally we keep a driver memory is equivalent to a executor memory while we submitting the job. And
Yeah, yeah.
before that, to decide the configurations or parameters, how to decide number of executors, how to decide memory of each executor, and also a driver memory. I already explained in detail. You might gone through that session what we
Yeah,
discussed
yeah.
previously, right? So
Yeah.
if you would understand that concept, then you can easily overcome this out of memory exception errors. There are two ways. Another one is changing the configuration according to the size of the file. That is one. And
Sorry,
the second one
changing the
is
size of
size
the
of the file based on the file size. I have defined some configurations, right? See, if you see
for
somewhere I
example,
explained.
if it is at 10 GB or like 10 TB or something like that, right?
Yes, yes. See here. See
Okay.
here. Some I explained
Yeah,
some
yeah.
use case. Okay. Okay. For 1 GB, 100 GB. Okay.
Hmm.
For 1 TB. So I explained some example in our previous session. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So based on that, these are only for understanding. Okay. In real time scenario, you have to calculate exactly and and then give the number of executors and number of executor codes and its memory, driver codes. Okay. If you've gone through this video where we discussed, definitely you will get a full clarity. Okay. That is one of the approach to overcome this issue, right? Increasing the resources means container resources. Container in a sense, again, RAM and hard disk. If we are using hard disk, then yeah, hard disk. But generally in Spark we won't use this hard disk because the Spark is meant for in-memory processing. So we have to increase the memory per executor. Okay.
Okay.
and and also and also number of partitions based on the data. Okay. And number of executors. So if I explain now, I think it will take again time. Since I already explained in detail in our previous video, please go through it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I
And that is
understood
one
that.
of the approach. That is one
Okay.
of the approach. And the second approach is, let us say you don't have you don't have a number of resources, but still it is failing. You don't have the feasibility to increase the resources. That time, what we will do? Generally, what we will do is based on the data sets. If the two data sets are one is small, one is a big, generally we will try to approach a map side join. But the map side join, we generally use the concept in Hive, but whereas in Spark there is a broadcast join.
Yeah.
Okay, we will broadcast a particular data set or a values into a, if it is a smaller data set, then only we will do that. If it's a bigger, of course that is not work, or even if it works, then it will consume a lot of memory of each executor. So Spark, we may approach a broadcast dhyan in this in your case. And
Okay.
also whatever the you know when we use a join conditions, first of all, let us say table A, table B. Okay. When a
Okay.
table A is small, table B is big. Okay. Then what you have to do is, um, first of all, you pick a small data set. If you have a lesser memory, then you have to pick a small data set. If you are a good amount of memory, then you have to pick up a big data set. But let us say we have a small data set or a small memory in our cluster. So when you go for a join, it is highly recommended to choose a small table first.
Okay.
Okay, then it will cache that data set into a separate memory where that is not a normal memory. Okay, so
Okay.
we will use either a Hive or a Spark. If you are intended to use any one, then if the time is no matter, then generally we use Hive. Okay, if the time is important and we should use only Spark, then we have to go with a Spark with a broadcast join. Okay,
Okay.
that is one.
Okay.
The second one is like you have to find out the way to optimize. Like instead of using partitions, we may have to use a coalesce wherever it is required.
Okay.
Okay, getting me?
Yeah, yeah. So coalesce is just to reduce the number of partitions, right? Decrease the number of partitions.
Yes, yes. Coalesce generally used to reduce a number of partitions. But whereas a partitions repartition method we may use for both. But
Okay.
there are a lot of shuffle will happen in repartitions, whereas in coalesce there is less number of partitions. I mean, shuffling will be happen. Generally, wherever there is a possibility, we have to use a coalesce instead of repartitions. Okay, that is also one of the performance tuning method.
Yeah, yeah.
And you have to increase the block size if you are using um, Hadoop. Or if you are not using Hadoop, directly you can use a repartition or a coalesce and then adjust the block size or partition size accordingly based on the um, the memory of each executor. You got it?
Okay.
That is
So,
very, very important. Yeah.
uh, uh, so can you please come again with the last step? I didn't get that one.
This last piece, see here, I just explained in two ways.
Okay.
Um, if it is memory is executor memory is 1024, if you assign, then we may go with these settings. If
Okay.
memory of executor we assign 500 MB, then we may go to these settings. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so memory of a executor is also plays a vital role, and also cores. Okay, so
Okay.
that's what. If you understand this in detail, better you watch this video again. I mean, this previous video, whatever, wherever I explained, and then come back. You will understand. I don't know. Have you attended this session? The session which I explained here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I asked this question and you answered. So
That is fine. Hmm.
yeah, my query is like out of memory exception. So how to
Yes,
debug?
this is the
Yeah.
reason. This is the one of the approach. No,
Yeah.
all you have to reduce the Y transformations. If it is not possible, at least you have to reduce the shuffling by using these concepts. Okay,
Okay.
and joins, data normalization, data denormalization. Are you aware of these topics?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so if you have let us say sometimes what happen in real time, there are number of tables are more. So if you do number of joins and number of tables are more, then what will happen? Automatically it will consume a lot of resources to do a join. Instead, what you have to do is you have to do a normalize. Let us there are 10 tables you have to use to join and get the output. Advice is first first of all you do a data denormalize, that is um, you know making the 10 tables into 2 to 3 tables.
Okay.
That means before you go business logic to write, better you do that exercise and make it 2 to 3 tables or 4 tables max, and then go for join. So that what happens, it will reduce shuffling, because we may here what we are doing is uh, we are dividing job into two parts. One is we are clubbing many tables into a few tables wherever it is possible. Then the second step is then apply our transformations. You're getting me?
Yeah, yeah. So basically,
Let us
yeah.
assume let us assume one example where there is a e-commerce website. To to generate or you want some data. Okay, at the end of the day, how much you purchased. Then what they will do, they have to visit a orders table, they have to visit a customer table, they have to visit a price table, they have to visit some address table, they have to visit some other table. So like that, they have to visit so many tables to get your data, right? To summarize your data. Instead, if your table is contained, product table is different, price table is different. If you bring the product table and price table into a single table, then you are reducing the burden, right, on the joints
Yeah, yeah.
before you do a transformations. So this kind of approach that we have to follow to make uh, our transformations get easy.
Okay.
Okay, that means
Okay.
indirectly we are dividing these into two parts. One is data denormalizing we are doing, and then we are going for a business logic implementation. So there is
Okay.
no, that's what for this question, right? There is no fixed answer. Based on your experience, you have to explain them.
Okay. So, but
There are number of
straight
ways. Yeah.
the straightforward, very quick answer is like updating the executor's memory, and that is one part, and the other part is like you told, like reducing the Y transformation, and then the shuffle, and then so that making the out of memory exception.
Yeah.
That way, these are the two main key things. But the rest are like map side join and hive and broadcast in Spark, and use the small. So these things come afterwards. But yeah, these are the two things mainly. So the other question was like, like we have two bit tables and how the out of memory. So basically, out of memory, we will do restart, right? That is also one of the answer, right?
No, no, no. Restart in a sense that may happen only when one case. So let us say your cluster is busy at particular moment. Let us say you are running one application, I am also running one application. Like that, many people run many applications parallelly in cluster. Agree?
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
So generally, let us say there are 10 jobs which generally run every day at 10 a.m. Okay, but
Okay.
cluster is enough to run those jobs. But unfortunately, you know, each hour, let us say there are it is scheduled 10 jobs to run. Okay, so
Okay.
9 a.m. jobs completed, and then 10 a.m. jobs also completed. That is normal. But in sometimes what happens due to some reason, 9 a.m. jobs, one or two jobs not ran successfully. Hence, they have to run it 10 a.m.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
let us say in ideal case, our job will run successfully. There is no problem. Let us say 9 a.m. job somehow it got failed and they want to rerun it at 10 a.m. So in that case, you know what happens? In addition to the 10 a.m. job, 9 a.m. job also will run, right? Right?
Yeah.
That will also consume some resources, right? But unfortunately, cluster is not enough to handle those jobs. Then what will happen? This 10 a.m. jobs or 9 a.m. jobs again will run, again will fail. Correct?
Yeah.
That is not expected. So in that case, what you have to do? So in that case, either you have to run 10 a.m. jobs or 9 a.m. jobs at a time. But nothing, nothing problem with our job because it used to run correctly without any failure. If it runs 10 a.m. alone,
Okay.
you're getting me. So this
Yeah.
is a limited. This is a not applicable for our situations. It's completely based on the cluster resources and company to company.
Okay.
So what generally we do is, if you think it is not, you don't want to fail our job at any cost, then what you choose is, there is, we can persist or we can do a serialize or deserialize in disk and memory. There is a concept in Spark, right? If there is no
Yeah.
enough memory is available in a cluster, you can also opt for a disk, but only performance may reduce a little bit, but your job won't fail because for this doing this execution or a transformations, it is use a disk as a secondary, execution storage,
Okay.
but our job
So
won't fail.
okay. So you mean like the cache persist like we have like a memory and disk option,
Yes,
and
yes,
so
yes.
we are using that. Maybe the performance will be a little bit slow, but
Job won't
uh,
fail, no? Job won't
okay,
fail. Whatever, but let us say you need to run one job, you need 1 GB of data, sorry, 1 GB of memory, okay, or 10 GB of memory. Then unfortunately, your cluster doesn't have that much memory. It has only 2 GB of memory, but unlimited space or disk space. Then, if you mention in your job and your logic that okay, no problem. If memory is there, you can use memory. If not, you can also use that portion in disk. Then what Spark is will do is it will use 2 GB whatever is available in cluster, and rest 8 GB it will process in hard disk, so that it won't fail the job. Getting me?
okay, yeah, yeah.
This also you can able to explain.
Okay. So this is you are saying for the two tables which is large, right? Like
Yes, yes.
okay,
Large means if you think at any cost you should not, the job should not fail, then you can opt for this also. Generally, Spark don't go for disk execution. It will go only when there is insufficient memory is available.
okay, okay. So yeah, this is one more option. Like if we are running out of memory, then like we need to use that as a disk and memory using the persist option.
Correct,
Yeah. So
correct.
okay.
Okay,
So basically, we also do some debugging in the Uzi. You if you have some airflow, then you will do some first find. We will spot it out like whether what is the error. Like those
yes,
things
yes.
also we need to tell, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because since you said it is failed due to insufficient memory or out of memory exception, I explained the steps. But generally, we may jobs may fail different reason also based on the log. We have to do our RCA, that is root cause analysis, and then give a fix. Okay.
Okay. Okay. But again, one more thing, like sometimes restarting the job, I witnessed in production, but sometimes
That's what, no. Restarting, sometimes, let us say, by the time you restart your job, let us say 99 jobs got completed, then your job will fast, right? It won't fail, right?
yeah. But there is also a problem like sometimes if it is halfway, if it run and failed, then it will be creating some duplicate records. That will also cause, right?
No, no. That won't commit like that. Okay.
Okay.
Your result will be updated only when your job gets successful. Otherwise, it won't give some like that.
Okay.
It
So
won't update your target table. That's what I want to convey.
okay, until the out of memory
Yes.
exception, like
Let
okay.
us say your job failed at 99%, after 99%. Okay.
Mm,
Don't think that 99% of data is got updated in target table. No, that is wrong.
okay. So only if 100% is completed, then only it will be updated.
Yes, it will update the target system or target table. Okay. You no need to worry. And even if you get a duplicate somehow, let us say you ran the job successfully, but unfortunately you ran again, then then sometimes you may get duplicates. But you have to implement or you have to write a code such a way that you should handle duplicates also. Even
Yeah,
you run
yeah.
multiple times, you should not pick the duplicates. You should not lead to a duplicates. So that is the condition that you have to write.
Yeah, in one of our project, like what happened is like with the Hive, it was not able to handle the duplicate,
Yes,
so they
yes, yes.
used the HBase, okay, and then they some other code and they
No. In Hive also you can write without using
okay,
Spark. In Hive also, simply we have to check whether this kind of a data is available or not in the target table. If it's so, you should not run, or you run but re-update the table. But it will consume some time to do this process, right? So there is a separate mechanism, like even in using Hive also, you can able to handle these duplicates by using row number function. Okay.
okay, okay,
Mm,
Hi
and I
Naresh.
told you, right?
Actually,
Yes, yes.
I'm not able to edit your Excel. So,
Yes, Sweta, because of, I purchased only 100 GB, so it
uh,
got full. So that
okay.
may be the reason that I'm not able to edit. So what I will do, I will delete some of my files. and then we will get a space. So wait for some time. After a few hours, you can update, okay, in the evening, no problem. But meanwhile, if you have any
Yeah.
question, let me know.
So I have sent one question. Some of the interviewer asked me.
Tell me that question. What is that question?
I have posted in chat.
Create a new data frame. Okay. Columns are. mm, okay. What is the problem?
So here it means just I wanted to discuss with you, like these are the columns which are there would be values for year, month, date, and
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we need to concat we need to use concat function.
Yeah, we have to use concat function.
And for this semicolon and all, how would we do? Like concat, I will do like this year, concat this year and hyphen, then again concat month, date, and what about this semicolon? The same way like I have done for that uh, tab. What we say hyphen. The same way I need to keep for HHMMSS.
Understood your doubt. Let us say these are the columns.
Ah, yes.
Now what they want is something like this. It is easy. Okay, Sweta, you can just Google it. Okay, you will
Yeah,
get
yeah,
a.
that's
See, first of all, what we have to do is since these are strings that you have to use concat. Okay, if these are strings, then it is easy to use concat function, right? So once you use concat, um, uh, and then you have to change it to uh, time format, format to convert
timestamp.
a string to, yes. Simply you can
Yeah.
use
So I need to create one column, and that column in that column I'll put these values, and then I will cast it, right?
mm, mm. You can cast it, okay, you can cast it from string to timestamp. See this?
Yeah, yeah. That I will do. I had confusion in this only, that
So this is very simple,
concatenation
na?
part.
It is
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
simple written, okay. So
Yes.
it will pick up automatically, okay. Just try, no? Just try.
Yes, yes, sure, sure. I will do that.
Any other question?
Yeah. I means there are uh, I am just telling that there are three files in one folder, and we need to uh, keep in one folder. So for that, what approach I should follow?
No, question is not correct.
Clear.
Again,
Okay,
repeat.
so I am telling in one folder there are three
Files.
files,
Hmm.
and we need to uh, keep one file. Means we need to merge those three files, and we need to keep one file through PySpark.
Hmm.
So what should be the approach?
Who said through PySpark only?
Sorry. Interview.
Anyone interview question by using
Yeah,
only
yeah.
PySpark? Huh?
Yes, yes.
Have you Googled it? I think we have some function to merge it.
Merge is, can like Colis would
No,
use
it is simple.
behavior
It is simple. There are options. Let us say you have to create a data frame. Okay. So this is a
yeah,
file, right? This is a path. Okay.
folder name.
Let us say, yes, home. There is a home underscore some folder name. Okay. Under this, these files are there. Fine.
Yeah.
What you do is create a data frame. Create a data frame by using this path. Okay.
Hmm.
Path dot something, you may use some CSV and then give a path.
Yeah, yeah. That I got it.
Okay, you can do this. Then what you have to do is, let us say, once you give this path, right, automatically all the data will become, a part of this partition data frame. You understand?
Yeah, that I said.
Let me tell
But
you. Let me tell you.
hmm,
Let me complete it. Now, once you run, let us say this command, get a number of partitions. Okay, just run a get number of partitions. Okay, get num partitions. Okay. This is a df1. Let's assume. Now df1 dot get number of partitions. Let us say answer is 10. Example. Okay. Okay, Sweta. Now
yeah.
when you save this df1 dot save, okay, dot save, and then some path, what will happen? It will save into 10 files. Correct? Right?
Yeah.
Then what you have to do is you have to use coalesce, then save. Okay.
Okay.
File name, by default it will save, let us say, target file. It will save with only one file if you do something like this.
So my question is why we are using colis here?
You can use repartition also, but it will make a lot of shuffle, right?
Yeah. So colis also make shuffling, right?
Less shuffling.
Less
First of all,
shuffling.
you have to understand a difference between coalesce and.
Yeah, that I know it. Yeah.
You got it?
Yes.
This is what I expected. It is simple, right?
Yeah, everything is simple, Naresh, for you. But when we get to when we get interviewed, then that time we don't have
See,
we
this
don't
is
get
one
this.
approach, Sweta. So, no,
Yeah,
see, that is where, see, let me tell you. Let me tell you one thing. If I give you a book, if I give you an English book, then will you ask me? No, right? You will directly read, correct? Will you go to
yeah,
your school teacher and ask you how to read that? No, right? Because he explained, or you learn from him ABCDs, right? But sentence formation and where to use, how to use, you are doing yourself, right? You're not approaching your
mm,
master, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
if you know about queries and repartition, then you have to use where it will fit well, very well. It's kind of a maths. If you know
yeah.
formulas, then you have to use that formulas and make it happen, or you have to complete that maths problem,
Got it.
right?
Yeah.
So
Application is the big problem actually. No, we know functions, but we don't know where to use
that
it.
will come only when you do some practice.
Okay.
Why I explained this? Because I did this several times in my previous projects. It is easy for me to answer it. This is one way.
Yeah.
Second way, I can use Python. I will make the files and do a partitions. If we want to me to create one file, I will use a Python, and I will try to write a loop and then append or merge. I can
Yeah.
use a shell script. I can use a Python script. I can use PySpark also.
Yeah. Fine. Thank you, Naresh.
No problem.
Basically, this is an answer for the small files, right? Like,
Yes.
this is for
Correct.
the
This is a very, very important and expected question. How to solve a small files problem in Spark is this, by using queries or repartitions. Any other question, Sweta?
No, not yet.
Great. Mm, guys, if nothing is there, then we will drop off.
nothing from my side. Thank you so much.
Okay, no problem. Have a nice day. Bye bye, guys.